Hey guys, we got a really cool tool set today. We're going to go over these tools and we're going to take a look in what they're called and what they do, and then we're going to show you exactly how they work. So let's get started. Let's try this out. So we got our adjustable wrench for the first one. This one's an adjustable wrench here, and it closes and it opens on the end. And what can you do with that? Well, you can take one of these. Do you know what this is? This is a lug nut. This is known as a nut, and it's not, you don't eat it. It's not like a peanut or an almond. But this will adjust and open up and allow you to tighten the lug nut on a screw. Now, which one of these screws is going to fit? Because we have a large, we have a medium, and we have a really small one. See those three different sizes? And they have different heads. This is known as the head of the screw. But there's different types. You see the flat one? So let's figure out which one of these will work. So we have our Phillips. This one's called a Phillips. You want to know why? Because on the tip here, it's little ridges, and that goes on here, but doesn't work. Not this one. So let's take that off. And we have this one, which is the flat head. Why it's called a flat? Because you see how it's flat on the end? It's a flathead screwdriver. So that goes into here, and then you can turn it. Pretty cool. What would you turn this into? What would you do with that? Well, there's a lot of different things that you can do with the screw, but then you got to find the right size lug nut, because this goes into here and tightens. See, you turn it to the right to tighten it, and it goes all the way through the other side. See it? And then you go to the left to loosen it, and it comes out of the lug nut. See that? And then we can just take it right out. Now you have different size lug nuts, right? So let's take a look at those. We have a huge one. Look at the size of that one. You have a big, medium, and then you have a really tiny one. Those are small. We have large, medium, and small. And those fit different size screws. So like, let's say we have a small screw, you need a small lug nut. And that goes in this way. Right? And then if you have a medium size screw, well, you have to have a medium size lug nut. There we go. And that will actually go this way. And that's how that works. Pretty cool. All right, let's move on to our next tool. So there's all kinds of different wrenches and clamps. This one is known as a C-clamp. Why do you think they call it a C-clamp? Maybe it's in the shape of the letter C. That's pretty cool. And then we just simply screw this up, we tighten it, and that way I can show you. Watch. So here we have another one. I got some pieces of wood I just brought in. So we'll take a look at this. See, this one's a big one, and this one's a little smaller. So what we do with that is we can clamp different pieces of wood, like doing this. Clamp them together. Very easy. Watch. We take our piece of wood, we set it on here, we hold it, and we put our second piece on here, right, and then we clamp it together. Let's take a look at this. You ready? Tighten it. And as we tighten it, we make sure it stays together. And there you go. See? It holds the wood. So let's take a look at why these holes are here in our pieces of wood. So if we were to take a screw and we wanted to put it in the hole, it would come out the other side. But there's nothing holding it. So it could pop right out. Now, watch what happens when you use a lug nut. Remember the lug nut? Check this out, watch. So we tighten that on here. Real tight. Now it stays. Pretty neat, huh? Yep. Alright, so let's take this out. And let's go on to our next. We can use one of these pieces of wood. Watch. We're going to move on to the next tool, which is one of the really cool tools that we have, to be honest with you. I like it. And that is the saw. This is a miter saw. It's a little different than our other saw, and I'll show you that one in the next video. But do you see the wood here? See the opening? This is where the saw would go in and cut the wood. And that would go all the way through and cut down to the wood piece. All right, guys.